I've got something a little different for you today, where instead of showing gameplay related to what I'm discussing, I'm showing the crappy artwork that the Focus Rework inspired me to create. It's a mashup of sorts, Warframe and art. And maybe this should be a regular thing. What would I call it? Art and Warframe? Artframe? Maybe? Warfart? Ooh, I like the way that sounds. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, quat tangent one, my people. Hey, before I get into the Focus Rework, I got two things I want to mention quickly. First, I've got a new channel going where I talk about different things and give my personal take on them. It's for people who enjoy my personality. Okay, my sense of humor? My insights. Alright, maybe you just like to hear my voice. Anyway, I'll be posting that content over at APOC Talks, just so people who only want Warframe videos won't be annoyed by non-Warframe alerts. Seriously though, the better this new channel does, the more content I can create for both channels. So if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to check out a video over there, maybe even subscribe, I would appreciate it immensely. Second, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but I was diagnosed with severe clinical depression a little over 10 years ago, and it's something I've struggled with for basically my entire adult life. Now that's not a joke, the illness or the fact that I deal with it on a regular basis, but I'm mentioning it because it's a significant part of why I haven't been creating videos for a while. Things get tough sometimes, and when they do, it can be extremely difficult to get anything creative started, let alone finished. And even if I do get anything done, convincing myself that it's good enough quality to post is honestly a monumental endeavor. So this is just me saying thank you to anyone who's stuck with the channel during this content drought. I can't promise it'll be the last time it happens, but I feel like things are back on track, and I have a number of interesting things planned for the near future. Alright, focus APOC, please, focus. Let's get to the countdown. I've got Vasarin up first, which means it's last, but this doesn't mean it's bad. The Vasarin Focus School is all about protection and healing, but its perks aren't so much, wow, that's amazing, as they are, hey, that's pretty cool. Instant revives, operator healing, and vortex traps represent, honestly, some filler portions of the tree, while the waybounds give operator max HP and HP regen. Protective Sling is still here, which grants allies 5 seconds of healing and invulnerability when you dash through them. And since this applies to your own Warframe, Vasarin will still be the go-to for players trying to reach level cap. Finally, Guardian Shell and Guardian Break are noteworthy for frames that rely on shields for their EHP, as these abilities grant temporary invulnerability, an additional layer of protection, and then increased shield regen, as well as decreased regen delay after that protection breaks. Next up at number 4, I have Zenurik. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't use Zenurik if you like the energy regen, I'm just saying that this school doesn't offer much else that's game-changing. Ability strength, free ability casts, and boosted energy pickups are all a bit more valuable than what Vasarin offers, which is why I have Zenurik ranked higher. Disarming and slowing enemies, however, isn't really worth switching to operator, using an ability, dashing through enemies, then switching back to your frame. And the bonuses, more energy regen and headshot damage on affected enemies, doesn't do much to make it more attractive. Waybounds for Zenurik increase the operator's max energy and energy regen. I'm only using Zenurik now with frames I feel require the energy regen to make them work. Naramon comes in at number 3, and if you, like me, used to use this school for melee-centric play, you'll be happy to know that there's no reason to change that. You still get bonus affinity on melee kills, as well as your melee combo counter decaying every few seconds rather than zeroing out completely. Additionally, you now have several options to play with that enhance melee combat or reward you for melee usage. Void Levitation is an easy way to inflict the lift status on enemies, with Lethal Levitation granting up to 200% bonus damage for attacking lifted enemies with your operator. Sling Stun opens enemies up to increased finisher damage, with Killer's Rush granting melee crit chance for initiating a finisher while in operator mode. Opening Slam grants double combo count after initiating a slam attack as your operator, and Amp Spike boosts amp damage when you switch to operator with at least an 8x combo count. Naramon Waybounds boost operator move speed and Void Sling distance. At number 2, I've got Madurai. This school used to be recommended for Eidolon hunting and, well, not much else, but now it has an impressive lineup of abilities and perks that are useful pretty much everywhere. Void Strike still exists, but now charges with a single button press, and with full energy it provides 1000% bonus damage, and it's supported by Void Fuel, which grants weapon efficiency while Void Strike is active, making it a no-brainer for boss fights and assassination missions. There's also bonus physical damage, amp crit damage, ability strength, ability casting speed, void sling efficiency, and a potent enemy debuff ability. Way Bounce for Madurai increase max energy and regen for amps. Look, there isn't a single weak spot in Madurai, and this school could easily be top ranked depending on your playstyle and the type of content you tackle. And that brings us to my number 1 pick, Unairu. This is quite a change, considering Unairu used to never be picked outside of 1 squad member per pre-made Eidolon hunt. Unairu Wisp, which boosts operator damage, is still part of the focus school, but now those pickups will seek out players rather than getting sucked up by their companions. Poise grants immunity to CC for 40 seconds whenever you transfer in or out of operator mode. Caustic Strike can be used to strip 100% of enemy armor in a decent-sized AoE. And Magnetic Flare creates an AoE which strips 100% of enemy shields. That's what I'm screaming! There's also bonus armor and the ability to clear the transference static debuff, as well as a new opportunity to revive yourself called Last Gasp. This allows you to jump into operator mode, with bonus damage if you've unlocked the Vengeance node, and kill enemies to self-revive. This should be a welcome addition for solo players, provided they have a decent amp. Overall, I'd say the Focus rework is a huge success, though I'd love to see Vasarin and Naramon get a few extra tweaks. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new trees and how you'd rank them. As for this glorious piece of Warfart, I'm going to let the rest of the video run without commentary for anyone who's interested in seeing how it turns out. And please, don't forget to stop by my new channel and subscribe for even more awesome content. Thanks for watching!